In this video, I will try to show you publishable figure drawing on origin, and I will use this data. So this is the carbon 1s peak fitting. And by the way, if you are wondering how to make peak fitting on CasaXPS, you can click the right corner and you will see the related video about how to making these peaks and peak fittings. But in this video, I will try to show how to make a beautiful publishable figure on origin. So firstly, I will take my data. So I have to click here. I hope you can see it. I will copy all to the clipboard. I will close it. Then I will open a new Excel file. I will say new and Control U. So there are some important things here. Firstly, we have to see them. We have kinetic energy, binding energy, CPS of carbon 1s, fits. These are my peak fittings. These are the data that comes from my peak fitting. This is the background, which is surely background. This is envelope, and these are the other normalized residues. I guess we don't need them. By the way, I want to use binding energy, not kinetic energy. Therefore, I can delete this. And you don't need this part also. So I want to clean these things. Shift cells up. So it seems beautiful. I will copy it and paste it to the clipboard, not clipboard, to origin. I don't have origin. You can run our origin software. This is origin 2018, which is my favorite graphing program, and it really works fine. And I can remove myself from here. I think you don't have to see me. Okay. Then I will paste it on the origin. So I paste it. You can see the binding energy here. These are the other things. These are our carbon 1s data. And this should be envelope. Okay. I will take them, Control X and Control V. So these are the names of the peaks. These are not the data, therefore I want to put them in the title section or the long name. I can delete this part, empty cells, and this is the data. And we can draw plot line. Oops. So you can see paragraph is here. We can make it bigger. So these are the names. This is the data, and we can look at closer. So as you see, this is the envelope. However, I don't see for instance, this yellow thing here, right? Since they are actually top to top each other. So we had to make some small arrangements. So this is the one issue. And the second issue is that, and it is, I think, bigger, since it can be a huge error for us. The issue is that the binding energy increases from here to here, but it should be reverse of it. First, we have to correct it, and I will do it in a second. I just double click to the numbers. So I have to click the scale. It should be from 300 to 270. And I will say OK. So we fixed the first issue. I think we can make it smaller right now. By the way, this is not nice. We have to make it nicer to make it publishable at least. Lines should be, I think, little bit thick. So I increase the width. Okay, this is too much. Oh, by the way, you can't see it. Okay, sorry. So I basically click here. I double click on the graph, on the lines. I change the width to 1.5, which is suitable for us. And here, I want to make a beautiful borders. So I want to see top and right. If you make them little bit maybe darker, we can increase the width for all of them, maybe 2. 2 should be good enough. And the color is black. We can also change the color here, right? But I will not. I will say apply. So as I said, this is binding energy. And unit is EV. And this is, I want to name it again, count per second. But I will remove the numbers. So I will write arbitrary unit. From here to here, I want to put a scale bar. Since the peak intensities might be important. And I want to make an arrow, and the shape of this arrow actually will not be arrow. It will be a T-shaped. Okay, and I will say apply. And I write the number here. This is 500. Okay. But here we have another issue. For instance, we don't have data here, right? And if you look at here, what is the position of it? The position is 297. So we should drive from 297 to 274 maybe. So I have to change it. And again, I will double click here. Scale 297 to 2927, maybe 5, not 5, a little bit bigger, maybe 6. I will say apply, and I liked it. But if you change the scale, then your bar moved. So we can put it here again. I want to make the envelope dash by dash. Therefore, I have to choose independent from the group. I double click the lines. I choose the independent. I go to the line and I want to look the envelope. I will only click the envelope. Okay. And envelope should be dots. So not a solid line, maybe dash dot. Dash dot might be beautiful. It is still solid. Dash dot. apply. Okay, so this is our envelope, and I want to see the other peaks. For instance, I want to see this one, right? This is our Shirley background, and we can activate the others and say apply, so that we can see them. By the way, probably I choose a wrong one first. So as you see, you can see a fit here, but this fit, which is carbon double bond with oxygen, I have to correct it. So where is it? Carbon, this one. So I made a small mistake here. This is just a solid line, and apply. I want to see the others, of course. So I have to choose it again, and I will say apply. So this is our graph right now. But as you see, if you look at here, you can see some problems. Firstly, we have data. I just want to see the data here. So it should be, we shouldn't see the envelope here. We shouldn't see this yellow thing here. So I have to go to data. But before going to data, I have to consider the point. So this point, after this point, I don't want to see it. And x value here, I will write the value on a paper to 80.43. Okay, I know this value. This is on my hand right now. And the other x value, so 1 second. And the other x value is from here, maybe. Okay. And the value, I want to show the value here to you. And 292.63. This is our second x value. So I just want to see the black line, which is our real CPS value. I will go to the book, which includes our data. So we definitely need binding energy, CPS, but we don't need this part. And envelope, peak fittings, and I think that's all. Okay, I don't want to see them until 292.63. 292.292. Okay, 63. So I don't want to see them until here. So this is the value. And I will say delete. Then I will go to the bottom part. And I don't want to see them until 280.43. 280.43. This one. See, this is the number. I will click delete. And I can go to my graph. So okay, we delete little bit more. I think I made a mistake, but this part was fine. I can go to the book part. And I will click Ctrl Z. This was good actually. But I will click Ctrl Z again. Unfortunately, I have to make it again. So right now, data is came here again. Okay, good. I will delete it again. Hopefully. So if you make mistake, of course you can correct it very easily with Ctrl Z. There is nothing fancy here. 292. It was 292. Maybe 292 was a little bit more for us. Yes, I have to go back. 29. Maybe 295 are here. Okay. If I don't like it, I will delete it more here. I will go to my graph. So I can definitely delete little bit more. We can look at the data 2946, 2946, 2946. 2946. Okay. 2946. Okay. You can see the binding energy. I am making the adjustments according to my binding energy. I will go to graph. So it is pretty good, right? I think it is pretty good right now. You can change the names here. The first one is CPS, or this is the real signal. I just type as real signal. Other one is carbon. What was it? Carbon, hydrogen. Carbon, hydrogen. Carbon OH. Carbon OH. The other one, carbon double bond with oxygen. The other is the ester group, I guess. Carbon dash oxygen dash carbon double bond oxygen. Ester group. Shirley background. This was Shirley. I can write it here. Background and envelope. And I will click apply. So for instance, if you don't want to see this box, I will double click it. Frame should be none. That's all. By the way, we don't want to see these numbers here. So at least I don't want to see them since we have a beautiful bar here. So don't show them. It will be okay. Binding energy, maybe we can make a small change. What if I route 2, for instance? Yes, I think this is beautiful, right? I want to see the numbers more correctly. And by the way, if you want to add, for instance, a binding position, I can just put a line. And by the way, during the drawing, I am pressing the shift. In this way, I only draw a horizontal line, like here. If I want to make small changes, for instance, in here, we can make it. I am just double clicking to the line. I can make it dashed out, for instance. It might be a little bit thicker. If I say OK, I can put this line here. And if I want to put, for instance, an information, I can write here. This is the binding energy of this peak. But I don't want to put them. We generally do not prefer to put them on this kind of fits. I think this is pretty beautiful and publishable. If I want to put it to for instance, a PowerPoint slide, I can send to the PowerPoint as an object or picture. I generally prefer object. If you put object and if you double click on the PowerPoint presentation, you can open this file and you can take the data back, even if you don't have the origin file. And I will say OK. And here is our graph. So this is the graph. I think it is beautiful and ready to publish. I hope this video was useful for you.